The maiden edition of the Interagency Football Tournament, organized by the ECOMIG Force, concluded with a thrilling final at the Serkunda West Park between the Gambia Armed Forces and the ECOMIG Forces. The four-team competition also featured the Gambia Police Force and the Gambia Radio and Television Services. The third-place playoff saw the Police Force dominate GRPS with an emphatic 4-1 victory, securing the bronze medal. In the grand final, ECOMIG drew first blood in the early minutes after winning a penalty incident converted by Bendit Mendy following a foul on their number 9 striker Ado Bajan. Gambia Armed Forces responded by mounting pressure in search of an equalizer, and their persistence was rewarded with a penalty in the 28th minute. However, ECOMIG goalkeeper Aliu Chandum produced a brilliant save to deny them. Despite numerous chances from both sides, the second half ended goalless, sealing a narrow 1-0 victory for the ECOMIG Forces. Speaking after the game, Lamin Jiba, assistant coach of the Gambia Armed Forces, lamented his team's missed opportunity.
In football, we believe as a team, you always have to capitalize on your chances, especially Gambian football. If you have chances, you don't capitalize on the chances, your opponent can have even one chance, they capitalize and score it. This is what happened. They scored us through a penalty. We also get the penalty. The player don't utilize to score the penalty for us to equalize. Though it's football, it's normal to me as far as I'm concerned, but it's not to order, especially the fans. They will say to it that you have to score it, and by right you have to score it. As far as it's a chance, that is very, but it's now maybe it can be the only chance that you get in the game. And I can say yes, we have so many chances, but that of the penalty is like I can say is. It must be a goal because of already they scored you as a penalty. You have to score them also.
On the other hand, Corporal Sheikh Chernojob, coach of the ECOMIG Force, expressed delight with the triumph.
D'abord janimbe jamfala di amoto me contento fala na folo la na kebala mule ñi fengo organiser quoi vraiment content no lombi quoi marso ata kundale vraiment betadal quoi wolom consignol lom quoi en football chaque fois entra consignol dilal mu yalon ko donc jour ñantra wala appliquer la terrain quoi donc ata wala ñama quoi.
Brigadier General Seth Nyai, representing the Chief of Defense Staff, praised the initiative as a symbol of the strong ties between GAF and ECOMIG.
Since the deployment of the ECOMIG, the Gambia Armed Forces has been a key stakeholder and I think a very important host to the ECOMIG. We've been doing a lot of things together with the ECOMIG forces. We've conducted joint operations. We've conducted joint training. We have held numerous meetings. We have been in communication, and we have cemented a very good relationship between the two forces. And the CDS has asked me to assure you that the Gambia Armed Forces is going to continue in that trajectory throughout the deployment of the ECOMIG until it is called mission accomplished.
He further called on Gambians to preserve the nation's peace.
But we are all able to participate in this football today simply because there is peace in this country. Because we have a peace in this country, that is why we are able to think about organizing a tournament like this and going through the tournament successfully with all the teams participating hitch-free. So being the case, we want to take this opportunity to call everybody to nurture the peace in this country. Peace is a valuable commodity that every nation needs. It is a valuable commodity which, if lost, is very difficult to regain.
GRTS Deputy Director Alhaji Modujuf also lauded the inclusion of a civilian institution in the tournament.
Yes, it is a rightful decision in the sense that what it articulates is civil-military relations. Today, most of you here present would be men and women in uniform or men and women with arms and ammunition, but certainly it is from the civil society, the civilians, that you started from. And certainly, the same civilian population are the very ones that your services are needed to serve them, to service them, to protect them with their lives and properties. And by extension, at the end of your career cycle, you are going back to that civilian life. So therefore, Colonel Jules, it is very timely that you consider at least one of the civilian institutions to partake in this program.
Commander of the ECOMIG force in the Gambia, Colonel Njan Juf, emphasized the broader significance of the event.
Regardless of the final score lines, you are all winners. Through this tournament, you have demonstrated the spirit of camaraderie, professionalism, and cooperation that defined our shared mission of peace, security, and national development. Football, as we know, is more than a game. It brings people together. It breaks down barriers. It teaches discipline, strategy, endurance, and collective effort. Values that resonate deeply with the work we do everywhere, every day, whether in peacekeeping, national security, or public services.
The competition concluded with awards for individual brilliance. Mohamed Diop of the police force emerged as the tournament's top scorer with 4 goals, while ECOMIG's goalkeeper Aliou Chandum was named as the best goalkeeper. Ultimately, the Gambia police force took the bronze, the armed forces silver, and the ECOMIG proudly lifted the golden prize in front of an enthusiastic crowd. For Voice Out Digital Report, I am Abdullah Dabo.